Once upon a time, nestled in a lush, green forest, there lived a tiny ant. This wasn't just any ant. He was always on the move, full of energy and purpose. One scorching hot summer day, the sun beat down relentlessly. The little ant felt an overwhelming thirst. He knew he had to find water, and soon. So he set off on a quest, his tiny legs marching determinedly across the forest floor. After a long search, he heard the gentle gurgling of a spring. Relief washed over him. He scrambled up a blade of grass that leaned over the water's edge. He leaned forward, trying to get a sip, but in his eagerness, he lost his footing and tumbled right into the fast-flowing stream. "Help! Help!" he squeaked, his voice barely a whisper against the rushing water. The current was strong and it began to pull him under. He struggled with all his might, but he was being swept away, farther and farther from the safety of the bank. High up in a tree overlooking the stream, a gentle dove was perched on a branch. She had seen the whole thing happen. Her heart went out to the tiny, struggling ant. She knew she had to act quickly. With a swift movement, she plucked a leaf from the tree with her beak. She then flew over the stream and carefully dropped the leaf into the water right beside the drowning ant. The ant, seeing the leaf floating like a little green boat, immediately understood. He used the last of his strength to climb aboard. The leaf was a lifesaver. It bobbed along the current until it gently drifted to the edge of the stream. The exhausted but grateful ant hopped off onto dry land. He looked up at the tree and chirped a tiny but heartfelt thank you to the kind dove who had saved his life. He promised himself he would never forget her act of kindness and would repay her one day, no matter how small he was. A few days later, the ant was foraging for food near the same stream. He noticed a man walking quietly through the trees. The man was a hunter and he was carrying a net. The ant watched as the hunter spotted the very same dove resting peacefully in her tree. The hunter raised his net, getting ready to trap the unsuspecting bird. The dove had no idea she was in danger. The ant knew he had to do something. He remembered the dove's kindness and his promise. This was his chance to repay her. Without a second's hesitation, he raced towards the hunter. He crawled up the man's boot and, with all his might, delivered a sharp, painful bite to his ankle. Ouch, the hunter yelled, dropping his net in surprise and pain. He bent down to see what had bitten him. The sudden noise and movement startled the dove. She looked down, saw the hunter and the fallen net, and immediately understood the danger she had been in. She cooed a grateful thank you to her tiny friend on the ground before quickly flying away to safety. The ant watched her go, his heart swelling with pride. He had kept his promise. This little story reminds us that one good turn deserves another, and no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.